So the first thing I have to ask you is now, I am aware that this question is kind of, people are playing the game online. I understand content creators, there's a system you have to abide by, there's a game you have to play. Every one of them that seems to be in this business niche says that they have the secret to successful business. As someone who is a
Bullshit.
business owner, like you've said, you've been a nomad for years, is there a secret? Put this to bed once and for all.
No, no, there's not. Absolutely. It's just hard work, consistency, grit, determination, all the things that are required to be good at anything. Did Cristiano Ronaldo suddenly become good at football on day one? Did Lionel Messi become suddenly good at football on day one? No. I mean, cut the crap. I mean, unfortunately, we've been talking about, us, the world becoming a bit more educated, and the consciousness and awareness of people is a bit more out there than what it was previously. But unfortunately, no matter where we go, there's always going to be people trying to take advantage for their own personal gain. Now, anyone can come along and make quick money. I have no doubt about that. I worked as an investment advisor, and I could have earned a hell of a lot of money very, very quickly if I wanted to, and consistently. And I chose not to because I believed that it wasn't going to serve and fulfill my purpose. That was the reality. On many occasions, particularly with my knowledge that I have, I could go and create social media accounts right now that could make a load of cash. Go and create an AI version of a woman on Instagram, and you'll suddenly see how you can get some OnlyFans membership straight away. I have zero interest in running anything that doesn't serve my greater purpose, that doesn't serve the betterment of humanity. That's the reality. That's the way you have to look at things. Anyone that's just trying to make quick money and show you how to do it, that's already showing you something about them. That's already showing you something about them. Because everyone has a choice, right? And I'm not saying it's easy. I mean, because it definitely isn't. I mean, because we live in a society of consumerism, a society where money defies what we can have and potentially the status of who we are, right? It's very difficult to have a level of understanding to understand that none of that matters. My first point was getting to a point where I really don't care what anyone thinks. That was the first step. If any of these people, but if you believe any of these people online care about the way others think, you know they're not doing the right thing. Because if you can't get past that point, you're already living in a state of consciousness below the courage required to be a positive impact on humanity. That's the reality. So for me, I got to a point where I didn't care about the show. I didn't care about the way others perceive me because it had no meaning or matter to me. And I didn't care about anything to keep up with the Joneses, right? I don't need a fancy car. I don't need a fancy house. I live out of a suitcase, that's over here, which is one of those suitcases you can get in with your luggage, and a backpack and my laptop. I don't need anything. At the end of the day, for me, as long as I know the people around me are positive impact on me, then that's all that matters. So I think you've got to look past it. You've got to look consciously past just, they're doing this, they're doing that. The flashy cars, if anyone is showing off something that's flashy, it shows that they've already not raised their consciousness to understand that means nothing. Now, I understand also, you have to have the consciousness to understand they could be using that because they know that they're going to get followers and they know they're going to drive people to them so that they can make money. Well, that's still already done in the wrong intentions then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Either way you look at it, if someone's got a Lamborghini on the front or a yacht or doing something fancy as the core foundation of what they do on social media, it comes from two places. One, it's they want to show off, which means that they care about the way others think, which means they haven't even got to a point of courage on their level of consciousness to understand that it doesn't matter. Or two, they're doing it because, they know that potentially, it doesn't mean anything to them, but it means it's going to drive traffic to them to make money. Well, that's wrong as well, right? So either way that you're looking at it, you've already got your foundation to smell the BS. It smells, it stinks. It's coming off it it's like a sewage pipe. It really is, and it's spraying out. if you start to understand the reasoning behind why people do things, it's actually easy to spot someone that is genuine and someone that is not.
Yeah.
I think, again, it links back to this whole conversation that we've been having. It's the existing system, a system driven on capitalism and consumerism. Again, this is the Gary Stevenson side, right? Right? Which is not good for anyone. Oh, I need to make money. I need to make money. I need to make money. Okay. Yeah, great. But that then defies what the level of consciousness of humanity is because of what their desires and thought processes are. When we don't require that because, like, well, we realize it doesn't matter. Anyone that's been around, and you'll know this, right? When we were 15, 20, 25, when you're younger, you've not had enough experience because you've been part of this indoctrination of a system. You're like, oh, Lambo, Ferrari. I remember when I was 25 driving my mate's Ferrari. It was amazing. Loved it. Oh, great. Roaming around London trying to pull birds. Fantastic. Loved it. Great. But as I get a bit older, you kind of realize none of that actually matters. Right? And this is nothing against those people that go out and create that content because they're all on their own individual journey. Everyone is. Everyone's on their own individual journey. But for me, look at the macro. The macro of the life we live in is driven by the political and financial systems that we live in. The only thing that matters for humanity is that we become more aware, more conscious, a growth of society. Because at the end of the day, go back to it, what do you want? If you have children, what do you want for them? If I have kids, I know I want them to be bigger and better than me. Right? That's inbuilt in it. So what is that? Well, that's a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of understanding, a better society for the future. So take it from the top, take the reason of the core things that set society to be that way, and then break it down from there. And you'll start to realize how the world works. Again, you're not having a go at these guys. When you get to a point where you understand how it all works, it's cool. I'm cool with it, mate. I was there. There's a picture of me back in 2010 driving the Ferrari round Shaftesbury Avenue, parking it on a double yellow, getting a parking ticket. That was fun, right? That was great. But it's about the people that have gone through the process and have had that experience to step up and say, look, that's great. I get it. But let's be serious now, because I get it why you want to go out and make money. I get it why you want to go and show off. I get, because I've been there, I've done it. I know. But let's get serious, because we're looking about the future of what we want our society to be. What matters? Are you making money, or are you getting some 16-year-old kids to go and do some drop shipping or crypto or whatever, so they make some cash? That's great, and they're going to feel great about it. But we're looking at the bigger picture here. The adults have entered the room. And that's where we are. And that's no disrespect to any of those people that are doing those things, because it's just part of their process. But as a whole, as a collective, they have a place in society with the people that you're speaking about. They have a role in society, but collectively, we also have roles to make sure that we are doing better for one another. And that's the way that I look at it.